The secret sauce? Yeah, it's secret. No, I think it's his dedication because he never stops. Sab never stops when it comes to it. I think that's something other people should take into consideration.
Ready, 3, 2, 1.
It starts from the minute he wakes up and he gets into this gym and he gets all the fighters in here and they're working their asses off and they're just going for it. And he doesn't have any brakes on. It's great what he's doing for boxing and for this club and for the community itself. My name's Brady Cronin, I'm 19 years old. I'm part of Hoddesdon Boxing Club. I've been part of Hoddesdon for 5 years. I started boxing when I was 7 years old. Wanted to get into boxing. I don't know how I got into it. I just remember walking downstairs and going into the lounge and asking my dad, "Oh, Dad, I want to box." And my dad, he got the pads out, he got some gloves, and we started training for about, I don't know, 6 weeks. Went into Stevenage Boxing Club, and my dad knew there was another boy, and so obviously he trained me just for a couple of weeks and see how I get on. Jump into the ring, and it was my first round, it was my first spar. It was tough because I jumped out of the ring, I looked at my dad, I was like, got little tears in my eyes, I was like, oh, I've just been hit. Boy was strong, and he says, just do what you do, just go threes and fours. So jumped back into the ring and smashed him. And it's just been going up and up from there. Sab's just a fantastic coach, he's a fantastic man, and creating all these opportunities for different fighters is just fantastic. If you look on the walls, you just have all these fighters and they've all accomplished things, and it's all down to Sab.
About our Wonderwall. What this depicts is that all these individuals that you see on the wall, in their time, have represented national, international, their chosen countries, whilst under the banner of Hoddesdon. There's so many more that we have yet to put up, awaiting delivery from the frame shop. But at the same time, I've still tried to recollect and go back on certain individuals that won things and represented their countries that I hadn't had the time. You know, Hamza is currently on GB podium, competing at 51s. That was a Tri-Nations after he won the first year of the ABAs. This one, Billy Joe. I need to sort of, if I can get 5 minutes with him and go through his old amateur card, I'm sure there'll be another 20 or 30 representative vests that we could be putting on these walls. Because obviously Billy, when he came here, just after being a youth, he gained England success and through England GB, which obviously led to him competing at the Beijing Olympics.
We want to qualify for the Olympics. We want that Olympic gold medal. So my name is Tom Welland. I box at Hoddesdon Boxing Academy. I'm 18 and I'm from Essex. So I started boxing when I was 14 years old, down at Billericay in Wickford Boxing Club. I was there for 2 years. I had 7 fights with Billericay, and then I went to West Ham. I was there for 4 years. I think I had between 15 and 20 bouts for West Ham. And then I was there for 4 years, and now I'm at Hoddesdon with Sab Leo, and I've had nearly 20 for Hoddesdon as well. I was playing for Cambridge United Football Academy in their under-14s, and they were pushing me to play into the FA Youth League, which is the first paid ranks, the first professional league. They said to me, I was only small for my age. I wasn't big. I would have been playing 3 or 4 years up. They said to me, listen, you're going to go and get some strength conditioning, something just to beef you up a little bit. So I said, not a problem. But strength conditioning wasn't a thing back then. It wasn't as heavy as it is now. So I said to myself, there's a boxing gym around the corner. Perfect. Went down to the boxing gym, did my first session. I was there for a week. The football was done. I was straight into boxing from there. Just the adrenaline. The first couple of spars, obviously, I still get nervous now for spars. Some sparring sessions now, you still feel like adrenaline, like it's a fight. And that first couple of times, we've never felt that before. And I never used to get that before football games. It was just another Sunday, another Saturday, yeah, I'm going to play football. It was just what I did. But for boxing, it was just that adrenaline. I thrived off of that. I absolutely loved it, and it was something that I wanted again and again and again. And then I realised that I wasn't getting it out of football.
I just couldn't think of anyone better to do it with. Like, Tom, we've really got on with it. We've got on from the very beginning. It's just we've clicked, and to have someone like that, him being Filipino, me being half Filipino and everything, it's just fantastic. I can't wait. Can't wait for us to go out there and get the job done.
Obviously, Brady, to not have, like, just grasp the opportunity and taking it himself, I can't thank him enough. Obviously, we spoke about it from day one, down at that Hampstead Heath run. We spoke about it from day one, and we was on a mission to do it from then on. And Brady went out of his way and he contacted the people who were in control. And he came back, and it was almost like a Christmas present for me. He said he saved it till Christmas. He told me Christmas Day, and yeah, from then on it's been a hectic 3 months. So I can't thank him enough, and it just proves how much that he loves me. And trust me, I love him just as much, if not more.
Tom's been part of the club for about 18 months, and I remember speaking to him at one of the runs back in Christmas time last year, saying we could get you on the national squad. And it was all tongue in cheek, and it set a goal for the future, and for it to come around like this, it's a real eye-opener. This is a huge accolade, what it is, but the journey's only beginning, so we're just going to live the dream and see what happens.
Career-defining moments for both of them, you know. So as one journey sort of comes to an end here, another journey sort of will now take shape, and the pinnacle of any amateur would be to compete at the Olympic Games. That in itself would be a remarkable achievement. I'm looking forward to getting some free tickets at the opening ceremony and hopefully at the finals as well. So
I wouldn't be able to have the opportunity if SAB didn't open the doors for international experience in different tournaments. One of the biggest things for me was my fight out in Sweden in King of the Ring against Logan Cloudflare, part of the Canadian Olympic squad. He's 27 years of age, and I showed off my skills. I really showed off my skills. By having that fight and having it recorded, I was able to show the coaches, the head coaches, joining the Philippines. It's been an ongoing thing for 18 months. Carlo Paalam and Yumin Martial, they were following my journey and watching some of my fights and vice versa. All I wanted was a 6-week training camp and to go out there and show off my skills and see what happens, see what comes of it. A couple of days before Christmas, I got in contact with Yumin Martial, Olympic bronze medalist at Tokyo, silver at the Worlds, and he got back to me on Christmas Day. It was a real present, a real treat, and he said, if you could just message my head coach and we can see what happens. I got in contact with the director and I've been chatting to him for about a week. Had my video chat in the kitchen, my dad was in the lounge. I was on the phone to him for about an hour and a half. I walk into the lounge, I said, oh, it went good. And he said, how'd it go? I said, they want me. And he said, what do you mean? I said, they want me on the squad. And it was just better news day by day. When I got in contact with the Philippines, I asked for myself to join, but I also asked for Tom Welland. For Tom, it's a longer journey for him, as there's 7 other boys. He's come on invitation from me, and by doing so, he's got to prove himself even more so. We're on different journeys with different missions and different goals. So for us to accomplish them, we've got to go on separate journeys.
Tom was called up for the World Youth selection up at Sheffield, and by all accounts, from the information I'd received, he had done very well. Naturally, he was disappointed to receive the letter that he wasn't successful. So it was a case at the time, Tom was very low, and we had to figure out how we can just move forward. So one of the requirements was that he lacked the international experience. So anyone that knows me and knows our club knows that, you know, we like to travel abroad to offer and create opportunities for boxers within our club to compete in international tournaments. So the first one that came along was the HSK in Denmark, which is a very, very popular and difficult tournament to compete in. So we brought a select team out there, and in that weekend that followed, Tom was exceptional and beat 2 outstanding individuals to win his category. And that kind of sort of escalated into the following month. We went to the King of the Ring, and Tom entered the youth category, in which he won. He was outstanding in all his competition and contests, and he was declared by the organisers as the Prince of the Ring, which is the best youth.
At the moment, it's all about going to the Philippines in top shape. I've got to be mentally strong enough to know that I haven't cut any corners. I've done everything I can. If it don't go my way, it don't go my way. It's one of them things, but I didn't cut any corners. SAB put in as much effort as I did And that's why our relationship and everything that we've done has just blossomed. So I was frustrated, but me and Sab had a plan, and the plan was if I didn't go to the World Championships, there was tournaments in Denmark, Sweden, Ireland. We went back to Sweden afterwards, just after Christmas.
We were invited in due course to go back to Sweden in January for the Golden Girl competition, but Ray, the organiser, always stages round robin events. And by all means, he had a very, very difficult group. No doubt his first contest was against Alvin Maruga, who is, if you check him out, he knocks people over for fun. And Tom produced one of the best and cleanest knockouts that you will see on any media site in due course, which obviously raised awareness now that Tom's hit the platform for senior boxing.
He was out cold. There was no two ways about it. He was out cold.